Hey, what's up guys? It's Retro Coyote here, and today we're headed out to Retropalooza. Now, if you didn't know, Retropalooza is once a year convention, takes place in DFW. It's a retro gaming convention, just like it says. So we're gonna head out there, we're gonna have a good time, we're gonna see what there is to see, and maybe grab a few things on the way. Let's get into it. But before we get into it, I want you to like and subscribe because we're still growing the community here on the channel, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. So let's head out and have a good time. Retropalooza was held this year in the Fort Worth Convention Center. There were a lot of awesome vendors out today on Sunday. I was surprised to find a lot of really cool nostalgic stuff from the 80s out today. That stuff's becoming really popular. And of course, we can't forget the 90s. Now, this booth made me feel old. They got HBO videotapes and a Blockbuster rewards card. Wow! And as always, I'm happy to see the arcade cabinets. All sorts of really cool cabinets out today of every shape and size. But I was actually really happy to see this Super Hang-On cabinet. It looked really cool, and I'm glad we saw some Sega representation there, as always. And there's Altered Beast as well. A lot of really cool games here to play. And yeah, these are really cool. And I wish they had DDR, though. I would have played that. But moving on over to the retro games, what I'm sure most of you were here to see, there were a lot of really cool Pokemon things, and as you can see, they were way out of my budget, but this Mountain Dew Xbox was absolutely cool. I'd love to have one of these. But yeah, there's some Japanese imported stuff I wanted to get, like this Pokemon Center Game Boy Advance. All right. I just got back, and I had a great time. I'm going to show you some of the stuff I got, and we're going to talk about it. So yeah, I went to Retropalooza in Dallas. A lot of fun. It is set up by these guys from the Game Chasers. Big old retro gaming convention. A lot of really cool stuff. Big arcade there, as I showed you in the footage. But yeah, I didn't have the biggest budget, so I wasn't able to get a whole lot. But I did have a couple things on my list that I was able to mark off of it. So, give me just a moment, let me get this out. All right. Wii Motion Plus and a Wiimote for my launch model Wii. And this is really the main thing I went in trying to get, because I don't have one for my Wii. Now, if you end up getting a Wii and you get a Wiimote, if it doesn't come included, get you a Wii Motion Plus, which is what this little nugget is. Reason being is that the standard controls on this, the motion controls, aren't really the best thing in the world. They needed a bit more time in the oven, and this enhances it. And it's not perfect, but it's doable. The motion controls for the Wii were pretty good. For the time, they were revolutionary, but they really went back and perfected it with the Switch, and it's way better now than when it was. But it's still good. So this is kind of rough, but if you do it with this, it'll be doable. So one more thing I actually ended up getting for free, if you believe it or not. At the booth, one of the guys was rocking some music from various video games off his iPod in his booth. And I mentioned to him, he has some cool music going on in his booth, and he's like, I sure do. Here. And he just hands me a CD. Now this is based off what he tells me, based off on the CD. It's top 200 video game music. And that's awesome. Especially since I'm trying to grow my music collection and kind of trying to wean myself off of Spotify a little bit at a time. So I can't wait to rip this, put it on an iPad or iPod or whatever, and yeah, have more music for my collection. That's awesome. And that's a cool thing to give somebody for free. It really is. But yeah, man, I had a fantastic time, and I can't wait to go next year. But again, I didn't have the biggest budget. And you know, I have the Wiimote, I have the Wii, I have GameCube controller and all that, and I even have a couple GameCube games. But I don't have any Wii games. So next time, I'm going to go ahead and take you guys shopping with me to my local retro store. I'm going to set a budget, and I'm going to show you, if you do it right, how much you can get on that budget if you're shopping for retro consoles like the Wii or the 360, one of these systems that's still pretty cheap to shop for. The prices of the games I saw up there were basically marked up for the convention floor. You go to a convention, everything there is going to be a little bit more expensive. But I didn't mind paying extra for this since I went in expecting it to be about this price. I got what I about expected. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. And let me know in the comments if you were there at Retropalooza this year. And like I said, I hope to go again next year. And I can't wait to see you all again there. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.